Okay, you all know what is a parity, odd parity and even parity. So odd parity number has odd number of ones in the data unit. Even parity has even number of ones in the given data unit. For example, if I say 0, 1, 1, 0, it is even parity. Whereas 0, 1, 1, 1, it is odd parity because there are 3 ones in that. Okay, with that basic concept, so I will continue. So here in the simple parity check code, we have a k-bit data word. K-bit data word is changed to an n-bit code word. Okay, n-bit code word where n is equal to k plus 1. That is, in the code word, you will have the data word bits plus an extra bit. What is that extra bit? That extra bit is called parity bit. Okay, here we are using even parity bit. Even parity bit. Okay. Why it is doing? The selected to make the total number of ones in the code word even. Code word even. That means total number of ones in the code word will be even, including that parity bit. Okay. So a simple parity check code is a single bit error detecting code. So this particular method will detect a single bit error. Single bit error. Okay, single bit error. Now let us see how this is a basic implementation. You have sender side. This is sender side. We have encoder, and in the receiver side we have the decoder. So in this example, a 4-bit data word A0, A1, A2, A3 are the 4-bit data word. This is just an example. Okay, 4-bit data word is taken, and using that 4-bit, there is a generator here. That generator will generate parity bit. Parity bit R0. So your code word will have data word bits A0, A1, A2, A3 and the parity bit. How this parity bit is generated? It's an even parity bit, as I mentioned earlier. Suppose there are odd number of ones in this part, in the data word part, your R0 will be 1 now. If there are odd number of, I'll repeat, if there are odd number of ones in this part, then your R0 will be 1. So that the entire code word becomes an even parity number. Okay. Or in other words, if this data word part is having even number of ones, then your R0 will be 0. R0 will be 0. So therefore, the total number of ones again, it will be even only. In both cases, it will be even. The number of ones in the code word will be even. So that will be sent to the other side, the receiver side. In the receiver side, this is calculated. Here again, the parity bit is calculated. That is not for 4 bits, it is for 5 bits, including that the Q0, that is for the parity bit. So there will be syndrome calculated. Based on the syndrome bit, the decision logic will take the decision whether error is there or not. Now the question here is how to calculate that S0. S0 is calculated similar to this, the parity bit. It is again you are calculating the parity bit. You see here in the next explanation, R0 is calculated like this. R0 is calculated using this modulo 2 arithmetic. Modulo 2 arithmetic is basically calculating the parity bit. It is okay. Suppose assume that your R0, let us say this it is 0, 1, 1, 0. Assume that this is 0, 1, 1, 0. Then when you are performing modulo 2 arithmetic, the 0 plus 1 is 1 now. Again 1 plus 1 is 0. Okay. 0 plus 0 is 0. So your parity bit is 0 because this is already having even number of ones 0, 1, 1, 0. So your parity bit is 0. So that 0 will come here. Or in other words, if it is say another data word, assume that it is 0, 1, 1, 1. 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, in this case, if you do the modulo 2 arithmetic, it is 0 plus 1 now. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0. It is 0, 1, 1, 1. It's already, it is 0, 1, 1, 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is, it is 0. 0 plus 1 is again, it is 1 here. So in this case, R naught will be 1. So here, how the syndrome is calculated, you see. The syndrome is calculated similar to that. But here Q naught is also added. You get S naught. Again, you are calculating the parity bit. Okay. Now, how the syndrome is placed in the decision logic analyzer. If syndrome is 0, there is no error in the received code word. Here, if syndrome is 0, then there is no error in this received code word, that is including Q naught bit. Okay. Suppose syndrome is 1, then there is an error in the received code word. It is very simple. So if S naught is 0, there is no error in the received code word. If S naught is 1, there is an error in the received code word. Accordingly, the decision logic will take the decision. Here, again, here we cannot identify the which bit has error, whether first bit, second bit, third bit, or fourth bit, which bit has error. So here, there is no correction. Instead of that, simply the received, the frame here, frame or data unit or code word is simply discarded, and the receiver will ask the sender to resend the same data unit again if there is an error. If there is no error, it will be simply accepted by removing that the redundant bit R naught or Q naught here. Okay, only the data word is sent to the upper layer. Now let us take an example here. Assume that sender sends the data word 1011. Your data word is this. These bits are okay. These bits are 1011. The code word created from this data word is this one. You get this. This one is calculated using that modular arithmetic. It is very simple. Just simply a parity bit it is, because there are already odd number of ones. There are already odd number of ones. So you have to make it even. So therefore, this R naught bit is 1 here. Okay, this is a code word which is sent to the receiver. Now there are different cases. I will address these cases. No error occurs. Assume that there no error occurs. No error occurs means what? Received code word is same as the sent code word. Okay. In this case, the syndrome bit is 0. Syndrome bit is 0. Okay, here you get syndrome bit is 0. How you get 0? You perform modulo 2 arithmetic. That is basically XOR operation. 1 plus 0 is 1. Then 1 plus 1 is 0. Then again 0 plus 1 is 1. Then 1 plus 1 is 0. So therefore your syndrome bit is 0. The data word is 1011 is accepted. This one. This is accepted. This part is accepted, and this is discarded. And one single bit error changes. Now second case, assume that one single bit error changes. That is A1. A1 has error. Which is A1 here? This is A naught. Okay. This is R naught. This is R naught. This is A naught. This is A1. This is A1. Okay. This is A1. So that A1 is changed here. See, A1 is changed from 1 to 0. That means there is an error here. So now the syndrome is calculated for this. Syndrome is calculated for this using modulo 2 arithmetic. See, 1 plus 0 is 1. Then 1 plus 0 is again 1. 1 plus 1 is 0. Then 1 plus 1 is, 0 plus 1 is 1. The syndrome is 1 here. Syndrome calculated is 1. So no data word is created. Syndrome calculated is 1. So therefore no data word is created because there is an error here. Syndrome means that yes not bit. Now the third case, you see, one single bit error changes, R0. The R0 itself changes here. The received code word, see, R0. This is changed. Which is sent? Sent is this. Sent is this. That 1 is changed to 0. Now also the syndrome is 1 here. If you calculate the syndrome is, it is 1. So syndrome calculated is 1 here. And no data word is created. That means error is detected here. Okay. The fourth case, and there are 2-bit error here. See, there are 2 errors here. R0 in R0 and A3. R0 and R0 is also changed from 1 to 0. A3 also changed. This is A3. A3 also changed from 1 to 0. As you remember, there are 2 errors here. There are 2 errors, R0 and A3. Here, if you calculate the syndrome, it is 0. 0. What is the meaning of this 0? See, if syndrome is 0 means error is not there. Error is not there. But error is there here. Error is there in 2 bits. Those errors are not detected by the receiver. That means if there are 2 errors, it is not detected. If there are 2 errors not detected, here in the case 3 and case 2, 1 error they are detected. Case 4, 2 errors not detected. Okay. There is one more case here. 5th case. There are 3 bits, A3, A2 and A1. All 3 bits have changed. A3 changed from 1 to 0, A2 changed from 0 to 1, and A1 changed from 1 to 0. There are 3 errors here. Now we calculate the syndrome using modulo 2 arithmetic. You get 1 here. You get 1. Okay. That means syndrome is 1. That means error is detected. Beta word is created and error is detected. What this shows the simple parity check code detect 1 single error and 3 errors. It detects 1 error, it detects 3 errors, it detects 5 errors, it detects 7 errors. It will not detect 2 errors, it will not detect 4 errors, it will not detect 6 errors. Or in other words, we can conclude that the simple parity check code can detect odd number of errors. It will not detect even number of errors. Is it clear? That is the basic disadvantage of the limitation of a simple parity check code. Simple parity check code. Okay. Now let us go on to the next one, cyclic codes. Okay, cyclic code. That is called cyclic redundancy check. Cyclic redundancy check. Here, now in this method, see, I will directly, before explaining this block diagram, I will directly go to an example here. Okay, I'll directly go to the example in the encoder. In the encoder. Okay. So in the encoder, see, this is a data word. Encoder means on the receiver side. We are talking about the receiver side. It's a very important topic. Clearly listen, everybody. Okay. Clearly is that there are some numericals also in this. So data word, this is a 4-bit data word. Okay, 4-bit data word. Okay, this is a 4-bit data word. And that data word here, you can see here, there is a generator here. This generator will take this 4-bit data word as its input. These 4 bits as input. It is just an example 4-bit. It can be any number of bits. And 3 zeros are appended here. 3 zeros are also the input for this generator. That means for your generator, there are 7-bit input. Which are those 7 bits? These 4 bits from the data word and 3 zeros are appended to that. So total 7 bits. And it will use a divisor. This divisor is predefined for an application. 4-bit divisor, or it can be any number of bits. Okay. Here it is 4-bit divisor is used. So that here the divisor is this one. Divisor. This is your data word. And 3 zeros are augmented. This is 3 zeros are appended. Why 3 zeros? The number of zeros to be appended here should be less than 1 less than the number of bits in the divisor. Is it clear? Here we have a data word. 3 zeros are appended to this. Why 3 zeros? It should be 1 less than. The number of zeros to be appended should be 1 less than the number of divisors, number of bits in the divisor. So together, this is called augmented data word now. This together we call it as augmented data word. Okay. Now your generator will perform the division operation. Division operation. It is not ordinary division. It is a modulo 2 division. It is modulo 2 division. It is very simple. Modulo 2 division. It is very simple. If leftmost bit is 1, if leftmost bit is, listen carefully, if leftmost bit is 1, then this is taken as a divisor. That will come here. Okay. If leftmost bit is 0, for example here, leftmost bit is 0, then these 0, 0, 0 is a divisor. Okay. You have only 2 cases here. If leftmost bit is 1, this will be your divisor. That will come here. If leftmost bit is 0, then 0, 0, 0 is the divisor. Now you go according to that. So leftmost bit is 1. Leftmost bit is 1. So you have taken this as a divisor. Okay. 1, 0, 1, 1. 1, 0, 1, 1. Now, in normal division, what we do, we simply subtract this from this, right? We simply subtract. But here, it's a modulo 2 subtraction. Modulo 2 subtraction. What is modulo 2 or subtraction? It is an XOR operation between these. Simply an XOR operation. Okay. So here, 1 plus 1 is 0. We don't consider that here. It is, start from here. 0 XOR 0, it is 0. Okay. 0 XOR 0 is 0. And 0 XOR 1, it is 1. Then 1 XOR 1, it is 0. Then you take the 0 and put it here. Okay. The 0 from the augmented data word, put it here. So that again, it will be 0, 1, 0, 0. You simply ignore this. In normal division also, we simply neglect this. So here, this is what is the data now. Now here in the, you see the leftmost bit is 0. So you have taken this as your divisor. Leftmost bit is 0. Use 0, 0, 0 as a divisor. Okay. Now again perform the XOR operation. So 1 XOR 0 is 1. 0 XOR 0 is 0. And 0 XOR 0 is 0. And then they take 0 and put it here. So this will be your new data. Okay, that is 1 0 0 0. Now, since the leftmost bit is 1, take this as your divisor. Okay, that will come here 1 0 1 1. So now again 0 XOR 0, it is 0. 0 XOR 1, it is 1. 0 XOR 1, again 1. And take this 0 and put it here. So that now 0 1 1 0 is your new data. Okay. Now leftmost bit is 0. Take 0 0 0 as a divisor. So now again perform the XOR operation. 0 0, you get 0. 1 0, it's XOR operation. 1. So 1 XOR 0, it is 1. 0 XOR, it is 0. And we see again neglect this. You take only the 3 bits. How many bits are there here? The same number of bits. That is just excluding this left bit. You will have 3 bits. So this is your reminder now. 1 1 0. 1 1 0 is your reminder. Okay. So you see here, your generator will produce 3-bit output. Generator, that is nothing but your division process. The output of the division process is 3-bit reminder. Okay. Now using that 3-bit, that 3-bit is your redundant bits. They are added here. Okay. That becomes your code word. Data word plus this reminder. So that is what is this. Code word is created like data word plus reminder. Data word is this much. Data word is this one. Data word is this plus the reminder. This total 7 bits are the code word which is sent. So this code word which is sent through this transmission line. Then the code word received here. Your the receiver side. What is happening in the receiver side? You see the code word received. It may be the same one. Same one means there is no error, or there may be an error in some bits. Okay, there are 2 cases here. The code word received with error or without error. Now the checker will perform the same operation as the generator here. Same operation as the generator, and divisor, the same divisor is used. Same divisor is used by the sender and receiver. It is predefined and pre-decided by the sender and receiver. Depends on the application it is. For LAN we use one, wireless LAN we use one, Bluetooth we use another divisor. Okay, but depends on the protocol what is used in the data link layer. Okay, so here also it uses the same divisor, and you see here now what is happening in the decoder side. Let us see. Now the code word received. There are 2 cases here. Let us take 2 cases. The first case, see here, code word sent is this. Code word sent is this. This is here. Code word received is same. Code word received, it is same here. So this is same. Same means there is no error. Okay. Code word first case is, we will talk about the first case. Code word received without error. Okay. Now the same thing will come here. Okay. There is no appending 0 here because it's already having 7 bits. No appending 3 zeros here. Okay. Already having 3 zeros. And same divisor is used here. 1 0 1 1. Same divisor. Now perform the same division operation. If leftmost bit is 1, use this as a divisor. If leftmost bit is 0, use 0 0 0 0 as a divisor. In this case, the first case, you take leftmost bit is 1, so you have taken this as a divisor. Again, perform the XOR operation between these two. 0 XOR 0, it is 0. 0 XOR 1, 1. 1 XOR 1, it is 0. Then take this one and put it here. So your new data will be 0 1 0 0. Since now leftmost bit is 0, you have to take 0 0 0 as a divisor. Okay. Then perform XOR operation again. After performing XOR operation, you get 1 0 1 and take this one to here. You get 1 0 1 1 Now again, leftmost bit is 1. You have to take this as 1011 as your divisor. Okay. Then again perform XOR operation between these two. You get 0, 0, 0, 0. Take this 0 and put it here. 0, 0, 0, 0. And since 0 is your leftmost bit is 0, take 0, 0, 0, 0 as the divisor. Now again perform XOR operation. You get 0, 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0, 0. In this case, you got 0, 0, 0. It's very important point here. Now, the syndrome, this is called syndrome. You see the diagram. This is S0, S1, S2. This is syndrome. In the syndrome, if all bits are 0, the data word is accepted. Data word, only this, the yellow part is accepted. Okay, yellow part is accepted. Okay, what is the meaning of this? If all bits in the syndrome are 0, then there is no error. There is no error in the received code word. So therefore, data word is accepted. Is it clear? Now let us take the second case here. The second case. The code word received with error. Which bit has error? This bit, where the bit is written in the red color. Okay, that bit has error. This bit, see, it is 1 actually. Sent 1, but it is received 0 here. That bit has error. Now, the checker here. Checker is nothing but divisor. Checker is nothing but a divisor. It performs the same operation here. Division operation. You see here, division operation again. Perform here, leftmost bit is 1. Take this as a divisor. You get this after XOR operation, you take this. Okay. You can see here, at the end, we got 0, 1, 1 as syndrome. 0, 1, 1 as syndrome. That means it is non-zero. All bits are any one bit. Here all bits should be 0. Here you see, 2 bits are non-zero values here. S0 and S1 both are non-zero values. So therefore, receiver will come to a conclusion that there is an error in the received code word. So therefore, data word is not accepted, it is discarded. It is discarded. Okay. So these are the two cases. Code word received with error. If it is received without error, then your syndrome, all bits in the syndrome will be 0. So data word is accepted. If code word received without error, with error, then syndrome bits are non-zero values, then the data word is not accepted, it is discarded. So this is what is clearly shown in the block diagram here. Okay, decision logic will take the decision according to the syndrome bits. If all bits in the syndrome are 0, data word is accepted. You see, data word is accepted here. Okay, and the redundant bits are removed. And if any one of the bit in the syndrome is a non-zero value, then it is not accepted. It is discarded. Okay. Now let me take some examples here. Okay, 1 or 2 examples. See, the first example here. The first example, you can note down if you want to note down here. So we need to find the code word using CRC. CRC means cyclic redundancy check. This particular method is called cyclic redundancy check. Given data is 1101 and generator is 1100. So this is the data word. 1101 is the data word and generator is also given 1100. You can all copy this. I'll give you 30 seconds time. You can copy this. Okay, now see that this is a given data word 1101. Augmented data word is this. Augmented data word. That is data word 1101 and three zeros are appended to this from right. Why three zeros? It is one less than the number of bits in the generator. One less than the number of bits in the generator. 1100. Here there are 4 bits in the generator, so therefore I have appended 3 zeros. This is called augmented data word and perform the division operation for this. Here leftmost bit is 1. I have taken 1100. So 1100 as the divisor. So after performing XOR operation, 1 1 it is 0, 0 0 it is 0, 1 XOR 0 it is 1. So we are taking this 0 to here. Okay. Now again leftmost bit is 0. Leftmost bit is 0. Take 0 0 0 0 as your divisor. Again perform XOR operation between this. 0 XOR 0 is 0. 1 XOR 0 is 1. 0 XOR 0 is 0 and take this 0 to here. It will be 0 1 0 0. Again leftmost bit is 0. So you take 0 0 0 0 as the divisor. Again perform XOR operation. 1 XOR 0 is 1. 0 XOR 0 is 0. 0 XOR 0 is 0. And take this the last 0 to here. It will be 1 0 0 0. Since leftmost bit is 1, take 1100, 1100 as the divisor. Now again perform XOR operation. 0 XOR 1 is 1, 0 XOR 0 is 0, 0 XOR 0 is 0. Finally you get 100 is your remainder. The code word sent is 1101 and this is data word and a remainder 100. So this is your code word sent. Okay, code word sent. Okay, and you can check whether in the receiver side what you have to do. If you want to check, there are 2 cases here can be addressed. One is that can be homework. Okay, the first case is receiver received the code word without error. Without error means same thing is received and you perform the division operation using the same divisor, you will get syndrome value all zeros. Okay. And second case, take any one of the bit, error in any one of the bit. It may be the first bit or last bit, any bit. Okay. Make that bit as either 0 or 1. Then perform the division operation. Check what syndrome you get. Obviously, we'll get a non-zero syndrome. Detecting the error. Okay, so that is an assignment. Okay. Now the second problem here, you see. Second problem. Find code word at sender side using CRC given data word. Here your data word is this. Data word is there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bits are there in the data word. 9 bits. And the generator means is the divisor, another name of the divisor. 1 0 1 1. There are 5 bits in the generator. Okay. So this is your data word and augmented data word. Here augmented data word is data word part and the 4 zeros are augmented here. 4 zeros. Why 4 zeros? Because there are 5 bits in the divisor. 1 bit less than the number of bits in the generator. So there are 4 bits here. So therefore, this is my augmented data word. This is my augmented data word. So now perform the division operation again for this. So my augmented data word is this. You see here how this is done. Leftmost bit is 1. You have taken this 1 0 1 1 1 as a divisor. Again perform the XOR operation. take this 1 to here, you get this 0 0 1 1 1. Again, leftmost bit is 0. I have taken 0 0 0 0 0 5 zeros as my divisor. Again, take this one here. See, like that it continues. Here, this is 1 now. Leftmost bit is 1. You have taken this as 1 0 1 1 1 as like that it continues. At the end, you get 0 1 0 1, 4 bits. This will be always the number of bits you augmented here. That many number of bits you get here. Okay, 0 1 0 1 is my remainder. 0 1 0 1. Okay, 0 1 0 1. Is it? This is the code word set, data word part plus the remainder. Okay. Now here also there are two cases. That will be your assignment question again. Today's assignment. So in the receiver side, the first case is code word received without error. The same thing is received without error. Perform the division operation. Check what remainder you get. Okay, that is case number 1. Case number 2, take error in any 2 bits here. Not 1 bit, 2 bits, any of the 2 bits. You take the error in this bit, MSB and also the LSB, this one. That means this here 1 is changed to 0 and LSB, this one also changed to 0. And perform the division operation again and check what syndrome you get. Okay, so there will be 2 assignment questions. The first problem there are 2 cases. Second problem again there are 2 cases. There will be 4 assignment questions will be there. All these assignment questions will be evaluated once the college reopens. Okay, so this is about the cyclic redundancy check. Now there is one more error checking method, that is called checksum. Okay, that is called checksum. So here the checksum is used in the internet. It is basically used in the internet by many protocols. Here, many protocols. How this is done? See here. You see this, the internet checksum. How this particular algorithm works. So it is basically a 16-bit checksum. What is 16-bit? Meaning of 16-bit? Clearly listen this. Again, there are some numericals. So here, sorry. So here in the sender side, see the sender side, what is happening here? The message is divided into 16-bit words. Okay, message is divided into 16-bit word. You see here, message. These are the messages. Okay, they are represented in the form of hexadecimal number. Okay, 16-bit. This is 16-bit because each hexadecimal digit here is 4-bit. 4-bit, 4-bit, 4-bit. This entire binary message is divided into 16-bit. This is the first 16-bit. Okay, word. The second 16-bit is this. Third 16-bit. Fourth 16-bit. Okay, in this example, there are 4 now words are there. 16-bit words are there. And there is a checksum byte. There is a checksum byte. That checksum is calculated, and after calculation, in that place, in the header, there is a separate place for checksum. Okay, later we'll see there is a separate place for checksum in the internet, in the IP protocol, So that is 16-bit checksum is calculated. Initially, that value will be 0 here. Okay, initially that value will be checksum is 0. Okay, that is initial. After the calculation, it will be put there. Before sending, it will be inserted. So that in this example, you got 7040. It's a checksum that will be sent, and in the 0, it will be put here. In this place, it will be put. Okay. So now let us go according to this algorithm. The message is divided into 16-bit words. So you have divided the message into 16-bit words. Here there are 4 words are there. 4 words, 16-bit words. The value of the checksum word is set to 0. So this is what is this. Okay, this part. It is set to 0 initially. All words including the checksum are added using ones complement addition. Okay, let us see what is this ones complement addition. All these are added using ones complement addition. Okay, the sum is complemented and becomes the checksum. The sum is complemented and becomes the checksum. Okay. See, what is this 4th point here? The 3rd point, all words including checksum are added using ones complement addition. So, ones complement addition, it will perform in the internet, because there directly it is, the operation is directly using the binary it is. So, that is why it's one complement. So, here, since we have taken it as the hexadecimal number, it is called 15's complement. Okay, addition. Let us see what is this now. You see here, we are doing the addition here. F. All of you listen here. This F7AE, all are added. All are hexadecimal addition. You get E here. How you got E? See, I'll just show you one here, how it is done. E is 14. Okay, 14. A is 10. 14 plus 10 is 24. 24 plus 7 is 24 plus 7 is 31. 31 plus F. What is F? It is 15. Okay. 31. It is so here 31 plus 15. (31 plus 15). 31 plus 15 is 46. 31 plus 15 is 46. Okay. So you have to perform the division in that by 16. 46 divided by 16, 2 times it is 32. Okay. Remainder is 14. Okay. Quotient is 2. Remainder is 14. That 14 is nothing but E. That will come here. Okay. Quotient is nothing but your carry to the next position. It is this. Clear, right? How I did? I have already explained this during class, even in the last semester, how it is done. I'll repeat again. See, E is 14 plus A is 10. That is 24 plus 7 is 31. 31 plus 15. 31 plus 15 is 46. Divide that 46 by 16. Why 16? Because it is hexadecimal. Divide 46 by 16. 2 times 32. The remainder is 14. Quotient is 2. The remainder will come here. That is 14 is nothing but E in hexadecimal. And your quotient is a carry to the next position. Okay. Now again, you perform the same operation here, including carry, you get F. Okay. Next, it is F. Next also, it is F. Sorry, it is here. Sorry, I am talking here. So after he, it is here. 6 plus 7 is 13. 13 plus 6 is 19. 19 plus 6 is 25. 25 plus 2 is 27. Okay. 27 divided by 16. You get 11 as a carrier, that is B, and 1 is quotient, it will go to here. Like that, in the third place, after adding, you get F. In the fourth place, you get again 8. Okay, you get a carry here. Okay, final carry is 1. That one carry will be added to this place. See, that is called wrapped carry. It is wrapped. This one should be added here to the sum, partial sum. So now again your final sum will be E plus 1 is F. So 8FBF is your final sum. Okay, so that is what is talked about. This point number 3, using 1's complement addition. Okay, now see, the sum is complemented and becomes checksum. Sum is complemented. Okay, here we take 15's complement. We take the 15's complement for this. Are you all getting this? We have to take the 15's complement. What is 15's complement? See, 15's complement of F is 0. That means when you're adding these two numbers, F and 0, you should get 15. Okay. 15's complement of B is 4. That means you see here, adding B plus 4, it is 15. Okay. So 15's therefore 15's complement of B is 4. 15's complement of F is 0 again. 15's complement of 8 is 7. So 15's complement of 8 is 7. How you got this? 8 plus 7 is 15. So your 7040 is your checksum. This checksum along with the data. This is data. Okay. So in the header, this 000 is replaced with this one, this part. Okay, 7040. So all these are sent. Here you see this now again data part along with 7040, that is checksum received. This is checksum sent, checksum received. Assuming that there is no error here. Okay, assuming that there is no error. Okay, so now perform the same thing here. Perform the addition here. Okay, after performing the addition, you get same addition here. FFFE you get. FFFE you get. Final carry is 1. You take that 1 to here, and finally you get F. So this is your sum. Again take the 15's complement of this. After taking the 15's complement, you get 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, this is a checksum calculated at the receiver side. Now, since the checksum, all bits in the checksum are 0, the receiver will conclude that there is no error in the received data. If there is a non-zero value, if we get here, non-zero value, if you get a non-zero value here, then receiver will conclude that there is an error in the received code word, received data. You can check that. You can check. Okay. Suppose to say, assume that this E, in place of E, it is received as D. Okay. Received as D. Assume that a small error here. E in place of E, see, E is sent, but in place of E, D is received. Okay, D is received. Now if you take compute the sum here, in place of D, you get 1 less here. Okay, in place of E, again you get D here. Okay, that D plus 1, you get E here. Okay, then if you take the 50 checksum, you will get 0, 0, 0, 1, because this is E, its 50's complement will be 1 here. So 0, 0, 0, 1 you get. That means it's a non-zero value. Okay, now receiver will conclude that there is an error here. But where that error, it is not detected. Okay, where there is an error, it is not detected. Simply data is discarded. Okay, there is no correction, it is only retransmission here. Now let us take an example here. Let us take an example. Okay. So assume a packet is made only of 4 16-bit words. A7, A2. This is a 4 16-bit word. It is in the hexadecimal form it is written. Show the checksum calculation at sender. Show the error checking at the receiver side. Okay. There are 2 cases you have to take. I think you can also take one more case here with error. Okay. Show the checksum calculation at sender side. So at sender side, this is the data here. Okay. This is the data. Now some addition here. See, 3 plus A. 3 plus A is 13. 13 plus F. F is 15. Okay. 13 plus 15 is 13 plus 28. Okay. 28 plus 2 is 30. Okay. If you divide 30 by 16, you get 14 remainder and 1 quotient. Okay. 14 remainder is E, 1 quotient is the carry to the next position. So now perform the similar addition operation. You get B here, 3A, and final carry you get 2 here. That is added here. E plus 2. E plus 2 is 0. E plus 2 is again 0. Why? Because 14 plus 2 is 16. Okay. 16. Okay. 16. Divide 16 by 16, you get 0 remainder and 1 quotient. That 1 go to the carry here. So B plus 1 is C it is. This 3 is 3. A is A again. So you get checksum 5 is 3, 3F. How you got 5C, 3F? F is E. This is 15's complement of 0. 15's complement of 0 is F. 15's complement of C is 3. 15's complement of 3 is C. 15's complement of A is 5. So 5C, 3F is the checksum. Now at the receiver side, that 5, 3CF is a checksum received. It will come here. Okay. Now again, similar addition operation is performed here. You see here. Now you got D here. How you got to D? It is 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 plus 10 is 28. 28 plus 15. 28 plus 15. 28 plus 38, 43, 43, 45. Okay. If you divide it by 16, you get 13 as a reminder and 2 quotient. 2 quotient is this and 13 is nothing but D. Okay. Like that it goes F, 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 D. This 2 is again added here. So you get F, 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 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Now, all of you should work out now a problem for the third cases. Okay, copy that third case. What is the third case? Assume that the fourth data word is received as A145. Okay, A145 instead of A123. A145. Okay. A145. What you have to do in the second case, in place of this, here there is no change. That is only at the receiver side. Error will happen only at the receiver side. Sender side there is no change. At the receiver side, you have to change this. Okay. A123 with A145. A145. Then recompute the checksum. Check whether you are getting 0, 0, 0, 0 or anything else. Obviously, you will get a non-zero value. It is indicating that it is an error. Okay, copy that. Copy that third case. So you completely copy this and third case you work out. What is the third case? Show the error checking at the receiver side if the fourth data word is received as A145. A145. I'll repeat. Show the error checking at the receiver side if the fourth data word is received as A145. A145. So what you have to do? You have to perform this again. This particular second case. And the third case, what? You have to replace A123 with A145 and compute this. Okay. What checksum we get? Let us check. Work out that. I want the answer. Yes, are you all working out?
Yes, sir.
So A123 is received as A145. You have to just change this and recompute.
Sir, can you please enable the chat so we can send a doubt?
Yeah, enable the chat chatter because this is some people are doing nuisance. That is why I disabled it.
You can enable it just for you, sir.
Sir?
Yeah, I have enabled it now. You can do it.
Yeah, okay, sir.
I will be sharing this notes complete, okay? Module 3 notes today along with the assignment questions. Okay? You have to submit the assignment question, okay, to the respective faculty once the college resumes back. And complete module 3 notes is there. You can take the Xerox copy of this. And North Campus students are there here.
Yes, sir.
One of the North Campus student, you send a check mail to me, okay? You can note down the mail ID.